reward for your first deposit up to $600. esportsbets.com. Foresight, passion, and calculation.
Okay, and here we go, everybody. My name is Triumph Man, and I'll be casting cdec versus Vici Gaming. This is game 1 in a best-of-3 series. This is the playoffs, the China Division for Star Series Season 11. Now, I do apologize with the massive delay. Unfortunately, one of the schedules that we have listed, there's 3 different schedules listed, listing all the matches. One of them didn't get updated, and that was the one that cdec was using. In fact, it was probably also the one that I was using because I didn't know the game got moved either. So not really cdec's fault that much in terms of their tardiness, but here it is. We're rolling, and Vici Gaming are going to open up. Well, Vici Gaming are going to go with the Brewmaster ban, but cdec had the first pick here. They've gone with the Jakiro ban, and we'll see what else they're going to knock it here. It looks like they're worried about
10 seconds remaining.
The aggression. Maybe they're planning on taking this towards the late game.
5 seconds remaining.
Ban the Jakiro straight up. We don't usually see Jakiro pick that early, especially when you've got stuff like Death Prophet still in the pool. Maybe they're planning on... maybe they want to get DP. Like, they banned out the Titan there. Maybe they can think they can get the DP themselves.
Team ban.
Yeah, aggressiveness is something that VG do play very well. In fact, it's something we've seen them do back at TI4 and everything. They do Death Ball and just pour on that aggression. Although now it's less the Flyman Death Ball, more about making space for Black. You just have those 4...
Dire team pick.
Really 4 protect one. It's more like 4 create space for one, where they just have that super aggression from the rest of the team. Players like FY, I mean, if you haven't seen FY play a hero like Crystal Main, that guy is incredibly aggressive. He likes to charge all around the map, set up as many kills as he possibly can, get right in everybody's face. It truly is something to watch, but gonna have the Ogre Magi ban as well. Ogre has definitely been very solid first pick material for the last few months.
10 seconds remaining.
Really, I don't know if it's flavor of the month, but ever since he got that health regeneration buff,
5 seconds remaining.
He's just really, really hard to deal with in the lane. He has a lot of good harass with his nukes. The burn is quite strong early on. It's actually, the ignite is actually quite strong in the early phase as well. And it's just difficult to trade hits with him quite often. On the downside, he doesn't have that utility like a Sand King or say Crystal Main has, where they can just go in jungle or do stuff like that. But cdec will go with the Scarith Mage straight up. Okay. I mean, it's a solid hero to pick. Thinking about that there. They don't really have the issue of playing it, like, trying to scare off something like a Brewmaster, but we'll see. Vici decided to go with the ET first, and that's something that we've seen Ice play a fair bit, actually. And actually, something we've seen Ice do is, if he can get the farm for early on, just rushes that early Dagon and just really tries to knock out that huge burst damage. Which, when you can take away that magic resistance, even a hero like Death Prophet becomes incredibly squishy and very susceptible to getting nuked down if she loses all that magic resistance and you drop the Astral Spirit on her with the natural
10 seconds remaining.
Order. Vici with their second pick now.
5 seconds
So
remaining.
they've got a mine here, and they're going to go with a Lycan. Ooh, okay. I
Dire
want to say
pick.
cdec might want to ban the Brood Mother, because we've seen a bit of solo mid Brood. And I think it works okay. I think it's doable. And of course, Spiderlings and the Brood Mother is something else. They're very... just if you have an army of Spiderlings and they get their howl, yeah, you don't have towers anymore. But cdec are going to go with the Ember Spirit. I don't know if Vici would go for the Brood, though, because they're likely to have the ET in the offlane. It's an Ice hero. But then again, Vici, they're willing to experiment. In fact, if you're watching last night, you would have seen Vici Gaming. Actually, they decided to put Black. We had a Void. We had a
10
Void
seconds remaining.
A Terrorblade picked up, and I thought, yeah, okay, so that's going to be Ice in the offlane with the Void, and obviously Black going to take Terrorblade. It was not the case. They switched roles. Black took the Void in the offlane, and Ice safe lane farmed. Safe lane farm with support with the Terrorblade.
Team ban.
But there we go. cdec are indeed worried about that Broodmother. They'll ban her out. They said Solomon Broodmother can definitely be a thing. It's a little bit greedy, though. It would actually definitely limit their team fighting prowess. But if they don't have the wave clear, I mean, Ember Spirit obviously has a cleave, but it doesn't really get that up and running for a while. And by that time, you actually get the Battle Fury up and running, especially if you go for stuff like the drums first. You may well not have any towers left. It may be just too little too late. But Slark going to get banned out now by Vici Gaming.
10 seconds remaining.
It's just an all-around annoying burst. It's just...
5 seconds remaining.
Slark is just one of those heroes. It just puts a lot of pressure on the map. It becomes very, very scary to deal with. And also, he has a really good answer to Lycan speed as well. The leash is quite strong against the Lycan.
Radiant team ban.
Can make it very dangerous for him to get on with that split pushing shenanigans. But 4th ban now for Vici. Invoker also banned out by cdec. And Forge, and I'm going to say, yeah, Forge Spirits plus Howl is definitely quite scary. But also, Playing an Ember Spirit into Invoker, Class Wex Invoker is not a whole lot of fun because you lose all your mana and suddenly Ember Spirit is useless. Ember Spirit has to be spamming his skills in a fight, otherwise he just does not do any damage. He has a really terrible natural stat gain. His agility is 1.9. When that's your primary stat, that is not a good gain. Means you end up with pretty much no damage. Also low armor as well, so he really doesn't want to play against the Class Wex Invoker. It can be quite frustrating. Also, it's difficult for him to lane
10
against
seconds
as well.
remaining.
Batrider banned out by Vici Gaming. Doesn't really surprise me too much. You really don't want to, again, don't want to really play the light against the bat. If you really want to be putting pressure around the map, it can be very difficult. If you're always having that threat of getting lassoed and dragged into a bad location, you focus fired down. Viper now picked up by Vici. Probably going to be their solo mid, and actually a pretty awful result there for Ember. At least for the first couple levels. Once he gets a high level in the Flame Guard, he can tank some of the poison damage, but the slow and general harass is still pretty strong against him. It's very difficult to deal with.
10 seconds remaining.
Third pick now for City. Okay, it's got
5
support,
seconds
probable solo
remaining.
mid in the form of Ember Spirit. Although they might actually decide to try and place the Ember Spirit in the safe lane and then pick something else
Reserve
to play
time.
against the Viper. Maybe something like a Razor, we'll see. And it's going to be a Lich. Oh, they might actually try and
Radiant team
dual. I
pick.
mean, if you've got a lane dominator up against you, one of the answers is to dual lane against it. So if you're playing against something really frustrating like an OD or an OD, a Viper, or a Razor, one of the answers can be just, alright, well, stick 2 heroes mid and then 2v1 them. And Lich, of course, just really slams their basically their level progression as well. Losing all of that extra experience is very, very frustrating.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, then fourth pick for Vici. Alright, they're
5
probably looking for
seconds
some
remaining.
supports now. I doubt the ET is going to be a support. It's most likely Ice's off-lane hero.
Reserve time.
And it's going to be a Witch Doctor picked up. They don't really have the setup for the
Dire
Witch
team
Doctor's
pick.
ult, but I think in this case they're more... Right now, it looks like Vici are planning to push really fast hard. Witch Doctor, of course, really quite strong in the death balling when he death balls, and Ember Spirit might not really be a huge threat early on. If they get rolling early enough, it can be a big problem for him because he's facing a lot of physical damage in the form of the Death Ward, obviously Lycan, the Howl, Viper can just knock out the damage as well. It may be way too early for Ember Spirit to try and get into the fight,
10
and
seconds
especially when he
remaining.
loses a lot of his early resistances as well from the natural order.
5 seconds remaining.
And right now, like cdec, they have one big team fight ult, and that's Lich's, but at low levels,
Reserve
the
time.
issue is, at low levels, Lich's ult is a very long cooldown. It's like 150 seconds, I think. It's like 2 minutes, like 120, 150 seconds at level 1. It is a very long cooldown. Actually, I think I just checked. There we go. Where is it? There we go. 145 seconds at level 1. It is a very long cooldown to have. So it's quite possible that Vici just basically deathball. I mean, Viper's actually all sort of okay at pushing. And he's better than your average hero anyway, just because the Nether Toxin does trigger against the tower. So it can add a little bit of damage. And then, of course, Howl just makes short work of everything. There is that too. Fourth pick for cdec, probably looking for their offlaner and their primary farmer, assuming that Ember Spirit is going to go mid. I think it's going to be Lich and Ember Merit. Ember mid, a Timbersaw for the
Radiant
offlane.
team ban.
Ooh. That could be irritating. Well, I can have to deal with it. It might be difficult for him to get in there when he's got to deal with the Whirling Death. It can be quite painful. Strength heroes really do not like getting hit by Whirling Death. It is very, very painful.
10 seconds remaining.
See what Vici picked next. So they might even... I mean, they could even... If they
5
really want to go
seconds
all
remaining.
out on the push, they could even pick something like Enchantress, like a jungling hero that can pick up creeps and push early. And of course, they still benefit from
Reserve
stuff like Howl
time.
as well. They're very, very good in that regards. And Enchantress, of course, is well known for knocking down towers. Something Na'Vi popularized back in Dota 1, transitioning over to Dota 2, was just the Enchantress. They pick Enchantress or Chant, and they would just have towers down by about the 2 to 4 minute mark. You just would not have your offlane towers. Just get busted down so damn quickly. Just give a huge injection of gold for the supports to start working with. But Weaver...
Dire team ban.
Okay, Weaver will be the final ban here. Vici Gaming. Which, yeah, fair enough. Like, a Weaver
Radiant
can be
team
really...
pick.
Like, they don't have the lockdown to deal with a Weaver. Weaver would just be able to run riot right now through Vici's lineup. Especially if they're planning to pick up another support that doesn't really have good lockdown. It could be quite frustrating to play against. In fact, I think Weaver actually does decently against Viper in the mid too. Just because he can disjoin a lot of attacks, you can just get harassed out. It's pretty damn annoying for Viper to deal with. It would give the
10
option of
seconds
sending Ember Spirit
remaining.
to the safe lane. But it's Zeus. Ooh.
Dire team pick.
Okay, so probably a 4-position Zeus. And actually, one of the good things about Zeus, often overlooked, yeah, his burst damage is good in 5-on-5s, that sort of stuff, but at the same time, if you're trying to get like early pushes rolling, like early map control, Zeus is insanely good. The lightning bolt now that you can use it to de-ward all day long is just, it gives so much map control. I mean, I'm sure you've all played a pub where you've got a Zeus, you're playing against a Zeus and a Slark. It's like you never have wards. No matter what the supports do on your team, they just never get any wards up. And just that loss of map vision is crippling.
5 seconds remaining.
So I like that pick there from Vici. Now, they do definitely lack that lockdown.
Reserve
Although, oddly
time.
enough, Zeus is actually okay against the weave just because it's really hard for him to secure you around the fights. They kind of like the lockdown, but I mean, they can just stack the damage on him is the main thing. He can't really charge him with Sakuchi without getting blasted by a whole ton of nukes. cdec with their final pick, probably going to pick up another core farmer here. Whether or not they're going to try and pit something else against the mid Viper. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to put a mid Viper. Okay, no, they're going to pick up a Centaur Warren to go with a Timber Saw. Ooh, are they going to safe lane farm? Okay, Zhao Hong is going to be playing the Centaur. Maybe he's going to be playing the Ember Spirit. Alright, not dead sure what they're doing that. We'll see. I think it's going to be 3-3 in the offlane though. We'll see. Garter and QHHH will be taking up the support roles. I need to. 1 sec. Always forget to do this before we start casting.
Prepare for battle.
There we go. Alright, fix that. Alright, so let's introduce the teams here. So playing for Vici Gaming on the Radiant side, we've got FY playing the Zeus Super on the Viper, Fenrir playing Witch Doctor, Ice playing the Elder Titan, he'll be taking that to the offlane, and Black playing the Lycan. For cdec on the Dire team, we have Timbersaw, we'll go down the list. We've got QHHH playing the Lich, we've got 333 playing the Timbersaw, Garner playing the Skireth Mage, maybe on the Ember Spirit, he will be taking the Solar, oh not Solar Mid, there are dual laning with Lich and Ember Spirit there. But maybe taking the Ember Spirit, and Zhao Hong will be taking the solo safe lane farm with the Centaur Warren. Well, I say solo, it depends where Garner goes. I think Garner might actually help him out. But the thing is, they could actually leave him solo if they wanted to, and just assist the Timbersaw on the bottom lane, if necessary. But we'll see what their plan is here. Whether or not they decide to rotate him or keep him there, because Centaur, with his damage output... Oh, then again, Natural Order. Actually, that's the awkward thing. With Natural Order, Centaur Warrior actually, I'm pretty sure, deals more damage to himself with the double edge than he does to his opponent.
The battle begins.
That actually could be pretty awkward. He might actually need some backup there from Skireth Mage for a little bit at least. The Lich is going to start things off. He's just going to sacrifice the offlane just to put 333 off to a better position. Of course, he's going to have a fairly rough lane here. And actually, the Viper's gone to the safe lane. They put Lycan mid. Black will be solo. Well, I say solo mid. FY, it looks like he's just floating for the moment. He's just going to do bit of, they've done some de-warding straight up. Okay. It looks like they were actually expecting the dual lane mid, and they might actually be having FY hang around here. And of course, the Chain Lightning Harass is going to be very, very strong indeed. Lich just denies the regeneration rune in the bottom lane. And there we go. Ice. It's going to get harassed back, and this is going to be a very rough lane from Skireth Mage, a dominating support hero. Very hard to lane against him. Well, this is going to be a bit of a rough start for Black to know. It looks like FY is going to head off to the bottom lane. Just going to do a bit of stacking and jungling. Where's he going to hang? Yeah, he's going to hang around. He's just going to assist in the pulls here. With Lich sapping all of this experience in the lane, this is going to slow Black down a fair bit, which is going to be frustrating. Meanwhile, Ice is trying to shepherd Garter out of there, but he's just taking way too much harass in return. He's just trying to use his Astral Spirit. I think the... Skireth Mage open up the bruise. The Astral Spirit can't actually catch him. Meanwhile, 333 could be in trouble here. Going to take some harassment, although it looks like Fenrir is just going to body block and harass a little bit here. Still only got the level 1, so he's just got the reactive arm there. So no harass back in terms of the Whirling Death, which of course, when you're near the trees, pure damage is rough stuff. Black doing quite well, considering he's losing creep with every wave. He's 7-0 versus 9-2. That's actually quite strong. Lich has got a spare ward on himself, hasn't decided to use it just yet, and Black, okay, he's going, alright, he's falling back, he's realizing with the Lich coming in like that, he's just going to duck back and get some free CS here in the jungle without getting harassed. But honestly, he probably could have gone in there and taken a bit of... Meanwhile, bottom rune there, haste rune picked up now by Fenrir. Looks like we could have some trouble here for 333. Going to get clipped there by the bolt, taking a lot of damage. Going to possibly tick out. Needs another damage. No, needs another hit. No, he's going to be fine. The Tango and the reactive armor will keep him alive here. I don't think the Maldic's going to kill him. No, it will not. Meanwhile, more harass being popped into the queue there. A salve will be used by 333, trying to keep himself alive. Fenrir managing to snag that haste, but like we said, FY, very aggressive, gets stuck in there with the lightning bolt. He's going with the blast as well as the chain lightning. Hasn't picked up his passive just yet. We'll see where he starts leveling next. Probably going to pick up the level 1 passive next. Problem, of course, with the support Zeus is severe mana issues, so there's only so much he can do. As Black has picked up his bowl, he's just going to... Okay, he's actually transitioning to jungle a little bit. He's going to let Fenrir. I like this move here from Vici, this rotation. He's going, okay, this is a really hard lane for Black to CS, so we're just going to rotate him out and let him CS in the jungle. We're just going to allow Fenrir to sap XP from this mid lane and just basically make Lich's movements less worthwhile. See Timbersaw, still only level 1 though, really struggling to pick up that second level. Really wants to get his Timber Chain, so he has a more reliable escape mechanism here. He's just trying to leech that experience, and for now it should work. He can feel pretty safe. With Fenrir, they're stunned in the mid. As long as he doesn't get caught out a long way off from the tower by the poison attacks from Viper, he's going to be okay. And Viper right now, Super is just happy to keep farming. He just wants to get his early items. Probably see him pick up a mech, because I feel like Vici are going to get fairly aggressive early on, and between the mech and the Voodoo Restoration, they are going to have a lot of sustain in the fights. We'll see the cast getting bounced out there, or maybe copy some harass as Black is going to move back in, realizing that Lich isn't here. Lich is rotated to the bottom lane, just going to allow Black to get back in here, because it is faster to CS in the lane than it is to jungle. Black now going to go and get the 4-minute rune. Uh-oh, Fenrir could have some trouble here. Gets chained up. Going to have a Maledict come out here. He's going to need to toss a casket, or he's going to take now, toss the casket, and gets him under the tower with the Maledict. They will get the first blood for maybe, though, but I think he's going to die in return for sure. The Maledict, actually, a lot of being tanked up there, but no, it doesn't quite dodge. It doesn't matter, though. Zeus will come in. A good attempt with the Sleight of Fist to dodge. Doesn't matter, though. FY cuts him off, but he gets the first blood, but it is only on a support, so give and take there. Overall, though, comes out with a net gain, even with the loss there, because he's going to have to TP back out. But it is going to buy some time for Black just to last hit freely. The Black uses that opportunity to catch up. He's now 22 versus 22 on the Ember Spirit as well. This top lane, though, has been pretty quiet. I haven't seen much action come from here. Eyesight says just maintaining his sustain. To see, he just keeps getting harassed back and back and back. He's picked up his Soul Ring now, though. So he's going to harass back. Karski comes in, bounces once, bounces twice. It's on top of Xiao Hong. He's possibly in trouble. The auto attacks coming out from Fenrir. They are very strong indeed. The Maledict as well on top of Xiao Hong. Can he get away? He's going to ring a regen in the south. He's going to be just fine. Meanwhile, they're going to turn here on Garda. No, Garda's going to back off. So it looks like Fenrir decided he did not want to chase any further. And Black is tucked away again. He's actually worried about going toe-to-toe. He's fallen low on health, and his bottle... Like, no, he's got a full bottle. You see, fell low on health, decided he didn't really want to try and trade hits with Ember Spirit. It's because he can't really deal with the Flame Guard is the issue. He's got no way to knock that off with any great deal of ease. And it's mostly why Fenrir died earlier. He did, if he was Zeus and he had the blast, he could have just gotten rid of the Flame Guard straight away, and he most likely would have lived if he managed to purge the Flame Guard, essentially. So Zai's just stealing CS there with his Astral Spirit. Meanwhile, mid lane could be a potential gank attempt here. Maybe they might just... Uh-oh, no, he's given himself away. And a bit of a traffic jam there in the trees as Black and Fenrir crash into each other. It's going to share the CS between the two. 6-minute rune coming up. Looks like Super's going to camp for it. Yes, he is indeed building... Oh, I assume that's going to be a mech, that ring of regen, working towards it. As he has also picked up a ring. Of course, a ring also super useful for early pushing, which is interesting. Often we see the Vibe... Oh, Lycan pick up some of Vlad's fairly early on, but... No, actually, no, fair enough. Okay, he's picked up the medallion. Medallion also very strong as well. If they get general control in terms of just team fighting prowess, it will allow them to sneak a well, not even sneak, just basically kill a Roshan super quickly. As ISO could be getting cut off here, could be trouble. If he gets chained up, well, the chain's bounced and we'll find a haste rune pop. Uh-oh, he's dead. Remnants come in, double remnants up ISO. He is very dead. Stampede popped as well. No chance at all. Maybe just swinging from behind. No vision up there. Fortunately gets cut off from behind. Meanwhile, Fenrir is just jumping. I think, oh, they saw him. They know that ward's gone. They pinged him out. This ward giving vision of his movements into there. And unfortunately, if people see him going to the Roshan pit, they kind of assume that they're going to go to some warding. FY gets very aggressive. He's going to regret this. He gets chained up. Flame Guard on top of him. Can he get rid of the Flame Guard? Doesn't look like it. Will get brought down. The blast was on cooldown. In comes the casket. Bounce between two. Maybe he's falling low. They will bring down the Ember Spirit. Now 3-3 in trouble. Viper though, if it gets another whirling death. No, still on cooldown. Timber Chain also cooling down. And down goes the Lich as well. 3 for 1. FY trades his life for 3. And now in comes Black. Jumping into the fight. And they will take this tier 1 tower as well. A great result there for Vici Gaming. 3 for 1 and a
Dire's
tower.
bottom tower
Easy
has
work.
fallen.
So an 1100 swing plus a tower translates to around about a 2k swing. And just short of a 2k swing for Vici Gaming there. Looks like Zeus could be an Urn. We'll see what he decides to pick up here. And especially for early pushing, Urn also super useful. All the heals, basically. Just allowed them to attrition their way through a tower. They take the first tower before the 8-minute mark. They could be able to even force... I mean, if they ball up, they could even take the mid tier 1 as well. And that will really make life. If they can get this tier 1 mid, especially when Lich keeps sapping away the creep as well. Uh-oh, FY in trouble. Chain's going to hit him there. Needs to get rid of the Flame Guard. Doesn't have the damage output here. Doesn't have enough for his ultimate.
I'm your god.
Oh no, that's salve! Triple H lives. Q Triple H by the skin of his teeth salves up. And a buyback wasted on Zeus.
Radiant's
Oh
middle
man, I was
tower
about to
is
count
under
his
attack.
health there and he salves up just in time. Lives on 2 health. Correctly reads that there. I mean, just like, he was worried about the buyback there. The buyback. FY. We talked about it. His aggression is real. He really loves to get those kills. And he's in fact going for a soul ring. Is anybody getting an Urn? They could use one. Okay, they already have an Urn actually. Witch Doctor has picked one up. So, just going to have that mana regen for Zeus. I mean, he could even use something simple. If they can find the farm for him as well. Even something simple
Dyer's
like
top
Yule's
tower
Blink would
is
be
under
really, really
attack.
good for him. They might hold off on the mid tier 1 though, until they get the mech. I assume a mech's coming on the Viper. There we go, Lycans at the flag. Meanwhile, mid lane, FY possibly in trouble. In comes the Maledict as well. Zip out there. And I think maybe he's going to go away. They've got no follow up with the Wrath, Thunder God's Wrath, so he's going to be okay. I think he's like a level 2, level 1? Level
Dyer's
2
top tower
Maledict? Yeah,
is
it's not
under
really
attack.
strong enough. Oh, they've only got level 1 Voodoo Restoration, so they probably won't be forcing towers that easily. Stampede, they want to go on Super. Meanwhile, the Blink comes in, double edge as well. There we go. Ancient Seal, the damage amp is real. Corrosive Skin level 4 is not going to save him, but maybe they get a return kill here. Ice wants it with his staple gun. Not going to happen though. Actually, it's not really a staple gun, it's more like a cheerleader's baton there. But in comes the Thunder God's Wrath, and Centaur gets finished off. Meanwhile, though, a fight's breaking out of mid as well. Maybe, possibly in trouble here. The Maledict ticking away. Black Note decides he doesn't want to go for it. Zip in there with the Remnant. Doesn't continue on. And unfortunately, Vici Gaming losing 3 there for 1 in return across 2 different fights. Remnant comes in. They want to go for this. Black, though, might actually be able to win this one. Oh, he snags the room. Black could be in trouble. Is going to TP out. Realizes he needs to get the hell out of here. He's just going to scan on the wolves as well. Those wolves, holy crap, the crits. Ember Spirit, though, will be able to escape here. I don't think they're getting him, and Wrath is not up. Ice now. Heading back to the top lane. Super's here as well. Could get a kill here on Triple H if he wants it. Checking the gold gain here. The net worth, though, slightly in favor of Vici. Uh-oh, is that a kill? No, never mind. That's just the Astral Spirit getting dumped on top. Should also mention the Lycan did pick up, just before the last fight, he picked up a Vladimir's offering. Those early pushes, Roshan attempts, really good stuff. Meanwhile, Stomp comes in, doesn't connect with anybody there. But it's... I don't think they realize Timbersaw's here. Yeah, this Timbersaw is going to catch him with their pants down. Oh, the Astral Spirit, he sees him. Oh, just in time, but in comes the smoked up Centaur. He's got Blink ready to go. This could be trouble right now for Vici Gaming. cdec, are they going to go for it? Oh, Centaur, no, he's biding his time. He sees Ice. He knows he can go for it. No, never mind. He goes for Fenrir. Oh, changes his mind. Gets the hell out. Meanwhile, Mystic Flare and as well as the Arcane Bolts will bring him down. Down goes Fenrir, as well as Ice. So he gets 2 for none in return. Vici Gaming just gets sniped there. Caught off guard there by the blinking Centaur, who was smoked up. Another couple of cute kills going out to cdec. Meanwhile, though, working on the mid tier 1, Black is getting some objectives done. Yeah, getting this with real ease. And, okay. Dire decide not to use their glyph to stall out Black. There's no real reason not to. Stalls him for 5 seconds, makes him waste 5 seconds, and you get the glyph back for free, so... just guess they didn't check on it there. And Ember tossing back a defensive Remnant, just in case he's going to get in trouble. Picks up. He's doing pretty good there in terms of farm. Has managed to pick up the poor man. He went for the poor man's shield. He's got for phase boots as well. And now the drum's finished up. Along with, like, he's got all these really nice little early brawling items. If he gets into a fight early, he's got wand, he's got drums, shield. His boots done, bottle as well. He's got all sorts of great items, but now he's got to start working on towards something big as well. Just smoke up here. cdec are responding to this aggression from Vici Gaming. Vici want a 5-man here. They want to bring down this tower. They're all grouped up. They really want all the tier 1s down, but the question is, Black gonna walk into this. They might go from here. He's got Shapeshift up, stomped in. He's gonna get silenced up as well. There's the Ancient Seal. Wrath comes in, but it's not enough there. Can they get the kill? Maybe on Xiao Hong. Death Ward goes down as well. Xiao Hong is gonna manage to escape at the moment. Now Ember Spirit jumps in. Flame Guards up, brings down Fenrir. They've lost Black Fenrir. Now the Centaur's gonna pop the ult. Should be able to get away. They're gonna lose Timbersaw though. 2 for 1. cdec though coming out on top at the moment. Can they get a return kill? I think they're going to lose the tower though. Viper is working on the tower. Did ult somebody. Didn't see who the ult went down on, but the re-engagement might be here. Actually, no, they don't have any mechs or anything else. I don't think they can re-engage. The sustain is here. Like, Vici take more hits, but they have stronger sustain here. So they're going to get this tower down most likely, even without the help of Black. Although he's going to come back up and most likely howl.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Or not. They fortify now. And Black's coming back in. He's going to save the howl for when he re-engages here. And Centaur's low. He's healing. Oh, he's healing up rapidly though. He's working towards, which is probably. I mean, they could actually afford to go for an early pipe against the Zeus. Meanwhile, Black trying to lap around again. This ward actually taking some damage, but the tier 1 will go down. And cdec realize they can't continue the fight. The sustain is not there. They do not win a battle of attrition, unfortunately, because they're up against like triple heals as well. I don't think they have the Vlads or the ring. Do they have a ring? No rings. So, I mean, they're up against, like, there's 6 armor down in the fight, too. So, trading auto attacks as well, really difficult. Viper's got the ring, and then they've got the Vladimir's offering as well.
Gold!
It's a lot of armor to be fighting into. There we go, Vici Gaming. They're just going to deathfall it up. 14 minutes, they won a tier 2. Lycan still got shapeshift. He got silenced up earlier in the previous fight, so he didn't actually get to do anything. I think Black possibly playing a little bit too aggressive there. Could have afforded to have him hang back. Didn't need to go in with the Wolves. But I don't think they realize they're about to get smoke ganked there. Now, Centaur, he's been the ball buster here for Vici Gaming. If anybody's setting up these fights and basically allowing cdec to turn fights, it's been this Centaur Warrunner. Grouping up. They're staying fairly spaced. Oh, Zeus is getting close to Ice Ice. Shouldn't be able to see him, though, because it is nighttime. You see cdec, though. They're moving in right now. We're going to sweep him from behind. In comes Lich. He's looking for the opportunity to throw it in that... No, 30 seconds of cooldown. Meanwhile, Blink Stomp going to come in. Thunder Gods, though. Bolt's going to come in there as well. They will get the kill. The Garter picking up yet another kill. Viper getting blown up now. Black's going to dive in, though. Tons of damage from Timbersaw. The pure damage is there. Thunder God's Wrath comes in now. Manages to snag the Lich. So it's going to be a 1 for 1, but the more value is going out to cdec for the moment. Now, Fenrir in trouble. Stomp goes through, catching a couple. The Ancient Seal there on Fenrir. Fenrir goes down 2 for 2 at the moment. Skyth is low. Can they get somebody on top of him? I'm not sure. 3-3-3 trying to back out here. Ice. Can he get on top of him? Timbersaw. Timber chaining out. He's running out of mana, though. Throws at the Astral Spirit. Can he get a stomp down? Stomp. No, cancels. No, stomp goes through. Doesn't get it, though. And it will end up being a 2 for 2. I'm going to say the value goes out there to Vici Gaming. Sorry, to cdec. They defend the tower and they pick off super. So more value to them. Whereas Centaur Warren, I mean, obviously he's being played as a primary farmer, but he's less of a snowball there than Viper. Viper with early items is a bigger deal. Viper now has the mech. I didn't actually see him pop it in the last fight. I'm not sure he picked it up after he died. I think he picked it up after he died. As... Oh, FY.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, the cdec. Oh, dear. Bye-bye, FY. Oh, he gets rid of... No, he gets rid of the Flame Guard, but unfortunately gets picked off regardless. cdec ahead on kills here, but unfortunately there's losing towers. They have at least taken the tier 1 bottom. But with all their tier 1s down, and their tier 2 taking a fair beating here. There's boundary. Oh, no, Ember zipping out. I'm not sure where Ember's gone. They might actually try and... can they sneak Rush? I don't think they can. Ember, though, snags the bounty. Should be able to snag this Invis as well. They're going to invade the enemy jungle. Probably look for a pick off here on Super. He's visible. Doesn't look like he's got much support either. They should be able to get him very easily. Meanwhile, Timbersaw going to come in here. Probably lead with the... what? Okay, that was a... bit of a dodgy blink. Never mind. They'll get him regardless. There's no way Super gets out of this one alive. And easy kill. Now Ice is coming in on the... See if he can pick up any kills in return. He's picking up a Midas most likely. He's just going to say, alright, well, let's just play for the long game here as Ember Spirit. One thing they don't really have right now is the lockdown to deal with Ember Spirits. Ember Spirit's just actually doing whatever the hell... Yeah, see? He just comes in, does what he wants, then zips out. And unlike the Weaver, which they can just make visible, Ember just buggers off like that, so there's not much they can do about him. But he's popped the Imbis. They don't know he's popped the Imbis. It's a free kill pretty much for Ember Spirit. Flame Guards down. They might regret this. Never mind. Stomp comes through. And Xiao Hong will take that kill. Stomp from the Embers, from the Elder Titan. Not going to find a kill. The Death Ward going to come in. No, gets cancelled by the chains. Oh, maybe going to get another kill. Fenrir gets taken out. cdec are just on a roll of kills here. Flame Guard also bouncing most of the Maledict damage once again. Black, meanwhile, farming away. Has another 1800 gold, and Ice finishes up his Midas and puts it to work. Just a quick series of kills once again. Another 1200 swing there in favor of cdec. And there we go. Gold is finally on their side again. Getting close to 1k. Not a huge swing, but it's nice that they're getting that kind of advantage. Towards the late game, I feel like Vici Gaming have got the advantage. They're playing with the ET Aura, which is just a huge ballbuster in the late game fights, just because you lose all that armor. I mean, Ember Spirit's so damn squishy to begin with. Loses all that armor. And Viper is okay in the late game. When you're not playing against anything crazy like PA, Spectre, Void, those really huge late game heroes. You're not playing heroes like that. Viper is actually pretty half decent in the late game, especially if you start trading out some of his earlier items for bigger, more impactful, just right-clicker items.
Oh,
and then they've got Lycan as well. Lycan is going to remain relevant as well in the late game, when they're mostly just playing up against an Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit's mobility is going to be damn annoying though, and the fact that he can basically die back in a fight, so like just die, buy back, and zip back in, is going to be somewhat difficult to deal with. The mobility that he'll have could be problematic. I suppose we should get mentioned to Stomp. Double Edge gonna come in. Ancient Seal, they're on Super Chain Frost, doing so much damage. Black tries to get out. In comes the ET ult. This split, though, not enough. They'll lose 2 straight up, and now it looks like Vici Gaming are in full retreat there. Thunder God's Wrath comes in. That's 3 down. They've traded for a Skyrath, but they're gonna lose their Fly as well. And the only person to escape, I use the term escape lightly, as Ice is about to die. And a godlike streak and an ultra kill. Oh my god, an ultra kill from Maybe. And GG is called. Vici Gaming just get decimated by cdec. cdec putting on a damn clinic right now. So that will just be game 1 though. In a best of 3 series, Vici Gaming have a chance to redeem themselves. We'll be rolling into game 2 fairly soon. So stay tuned for that, guys. Honestly, in that match, I feel like Vici Gaming, they had a good plan. Unfortunately, it's just that Ember Spirit, so hard to lock down. He was just causing so much havoc in the fights. 11, 2, and 5 maybe just went to so much work, and partially the draft's fault there. Maybe if they picked up something like a Bane or someone with really strong disable, it would have been more relevant. But just they didn't have that ability to shut him down, and he just ran right in the fights, unfortunately, and really shut them down. Also, I've got to give a mention there to Sentinel Warner. Zhao Hong set up those fights. That was the other big deal, was Vici Gaming had no Alpha Strike. cdec Gaming, sure, Vici just pushed into the towers and said, hey, we're going to fight now, we're going to make a fight happen here, but cdec dictated on what terms those fights occurred. They had the initial strike, they set up the fight and just brought, like you saw like in that last fight, bang, Black goes down, Super goes down, the cores are dead, and suddenly Vici Gaming have nothing. Anyway guys, stay tuned, we'll be going to game 2 very soon. A chance for Vici Gaming to hold strong and push us to a 3rd game, or cdec could clean this up in a, basically a quick 2-0 sweep. Win all those rares.